Hello and welcome to this episode of Simple Stories in English. Tom Turkey is a lazy turkey. He lives in the woods and just wants to eat all day. The other woodland animals are worried about Tom. They know hunting season is coming, and Tom needs to learn how to avoid humans. Each animal gives Tom advice on how to stay safe. But will Tom listen? I hope you enjoy The Lazy Turkey. There is a turkey. The turkey lives in the woods. It is a wild turkey. The turkey's name is Tom. Tom Turkey is a big, lazy turkey. He is a big turkey because he eats a lot. And he is lazy because he never exercises. The other woodland animals are worried about Tom Turkey. They know that many people come to the woods to hunt animals. They don't want to be food for humans, and they don't want their friends to be food for humans either. It is important that the animals know how to avoid humans. The animals fear that Tom will be trapped by a human. They don't think that Tom can take care of himself alone. They decide to talk to Tom Turkey to give him advice on how to avoid humans and their guns. Each animal shares a strategy they use to avoid humans. The animals look for Tom Turkey. Tom is eating bugs under a tree. Rick Rabbit talks first. Rick is small. In the summer, he is gray, and in the winter, his hair changes to white. His hair changes to give him camouflage. Rick Rabbit recommends that Tom change the color of his feathers. If Tom changes the color of his feathers, he can have better camouflage in the woods. But Tom is not a rabbit. He is a turkey. He can't change the color of his feathers. So Tom ignores the advice of Rick Rabbit, and he doesn't change the color of his feathers. Sally Squirrel is very small. She doesn't change color, but she has another recommendation to avoid humans. Sally Squirrel collects food all summer. In the winter, she doesn't have to leave her house because she has enough food. Sally advises Tom Turkey to collect food and store it in his house to avoid humans. But Tom is not a squirrel. He is a turkey. He can't store food because he doesn't have a house. He sleeps in different trees each night. So Tom ignores the advice of Sally Squirrel, and he doesn't collect food to store for the winter. Fanny Fox notices that Pablo sleeps in the trees. She doesn't think that it is very safe. Fanny lives in a den. Fanny dug the den. Fanny advises Tom to build a den to serve as his house. When humans come, Tom can hide in his den. But Tom is not a fox. He is a turkey. He doesn't want to dig a den. He prefers sleeping in the trees, not under the ground. So Tom ignores the advice of Fanny Fox, and he doesn't dig a den. Rebecca Raccoon has a different suggestion. She is very social. When she steals food from human houses, she goes with her friends. She thinks there is safety in numbers. Rebecca Raccoon has a lot of friends in the woods, and she notices that Tom Turkey is alone a lot of the time. Rebecca Raccoon insists that Tom Turkey spend time with other turkeys because there is safety in numbers. But Tom is not a raccoon. He is a turkey. He prefers being alone, not in the company of other animals. So Tom ignores the advice of Rebecca Raccoon, and he doesn't spend time with other turkeys. Dennis Deer has another idea for Tom. Dennis is big and athletic. He has 4 long, strong legs. He jumps through the forest and runs quickly when he sees danger. Dennis Deer encourages Tom Turkey to run and jump through the forest. But Tom is not a deer. He is a turkey. He doesn't have 4 long legs. He has 2 short legs. He doesn't want to run and jump. So Tom ignores the advice of Dennis Deer, and he doesn't run or jump through the woods. Michael Moose is similar to Dennis Deer, but he is taller and prefers the water. When Michael is in danger, he swims to the center of a lake. When he is in the lake, Michael sees ducks and other birds that swim. So Michael suggests that Tom Turkey swim in the lakes like him and the ducks. But Tom is not a moose or a duck. He is a turkey. Tom has different legs. He can't swim in the lake. So Tom ignores the advice of Michael Moose, and he doesn't swim in the lake. Betty Bird thinks she has a good solution for Tom. When she sees humans, Betty flies to the trees. She flies very high and very fast. Betty Bird suggests that Tom Turkey fly high and fast to avoid humans. Tom is a bird, and he has wings like Betty, but Tom is not a small bird. He is a very fat turkey, and his wings are not very strong. Tom can fly to sleep in trees at night, but he can't fly high or far. So Tom ignores the advice of Betty Bird. He doesn't fly high or fast. Beatrice Beaver thinks that Tom's problem is his activity. Tom is very fat, and he is not very active. Beatrice Beaver is very active. She moves trees to build houses and block rivers. Beatrice advises Tom to be more active. She recommends that he do exercises like lifting trees. If he is active and exercises his muscles, he can fly and run to avoid humans. But Tom is not a beaver. He is a turkey. He can't move trees or swim. He doesn't want to exercise. He wants to be lazy. So Tom ignores the advice of Beatrice Beaver, and he doesn't exercise. He doesn't do anything. Holly Hedgehog sees that Tom refuses to exercise. She has another idea. When Holly sees a human, she curves her body in a ball. Holly is covered in spikes. When she forms a ball, the spikes protect her. Holly recommends that Tom protect himself. But Tom is not a hedgehog. He is a turkey. Tom is not covered in spikes. He is covered in feathers. Tom can't protect himself with feathers. So Tom ignores the advice of Holly Hedgehog. He doesn't protect himself. Brutus Bear thinks that all the suggestions of the other animals are unnecessary. Brutus avoids humans by sleeping in a cave all winter. Brutus proposes that Tom also sleep in a cave all winter. But Tom is not a bear. He is a turkey. He can't sleep all winter. So Tom ignores the advice of Brutus Bear. He doesn't sleep in a cave. The animals don't have any more advice for Tom. They regret that Tom doesn't follow their suggestions. But they can't force change. It is necessary that Tom decide to change. One day, Tom is in the woods. He sees a pile of corn. Tom loves corn. He wants to eat the corn. But something seems strange. Where did the corn come from? Typically, there is no corn in the woods. Could it be a trap? Tom looks at the woods. He doesn't see any humans. It is very probable that the corn is a trap. Instincts demand that he avoid the area and that he doesn't eat the corn. Pablo's instincts say that it is a trap. But Pablo is not a smart animal. He is a turkey. He can't think about anything but eating the corn. So he ignores his instincts and eats the corn. It's a shame that Pablo ignores everyone, especially his own instincts. If Pablo listened to the advice of his friends, it is possible that he would still be in the woods with them instead of on the table of an American family on Thanksgiving Day.
The end.
Thank you for listening. Today's story was inspired by my students. You can find a transcript of the story and other stories in English and in Spanish at my website, smalltownspanishteacher.com. There is a link in the show notes. While you're there, please consider supporting my show through giving donations in Buy Me a Coffee. That is how I'm able to continue to create stories for all of you. Thank you for listening. See you soon. You can find a transcript of today's story as well as other stories and learning and teaching aids on my website, smalltownspanishteacher.com. This story was an original work by Camilla Given. Any resemblance to stories by other authors is purely coincidental unless otherwise noted. If you have an idea for a story or a story you would like read, feel free to email me at smalltownspanishteacher@gmail.com. Don't forget to subscribe so you can be notified of future episodes of Simple Stories in English.